Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today checking out some more Lambic, this time from De Cam in Gooik. And this is the De Cam Perzik Lambic. Peach Lambic from 22 and a massive gusher. This exploded everywhere. I've had this happen once before. Lambic is wild, so like you can never 100% expect what's going to happen. And this was cooled for over 24 hours. Usually say 24 hours, 48 hours, I can't remember. Just to calm, lambics and whatnot down. But I popped this and it was just like, it was just so explosive. Which is a shame because you lose a lot of good beer. Hopefully good beer. Usually it's good beer with the Cam. But yeah, so it went a bit nuts. I had that happen as well with the Blaue Bospes, but the beer ended up being really nice. That was a smaller bottle, so it was easier to save. This was just like, ah, shit, because it was a big bottle and it was just going up in like a huge beam, so it's like a bit hard to try and pour some. But we have still some left and we're trying it. So this is and maybe it's because there's so much fruit in this, that's the reason why it gushed, but this is a lambic with peach, and it's made with let's see, it was on the side here. It's made with a ton of peaches, 1,000 kilo of peaches for 1,500 liters of lambic, and it's 5.5% alcohol. So heavy peach, and you can smell like funky peaches when this gushed. But we have it poured in the glass, and it looks like a really rich, hazy New England IPA almost, because all of the sediment in the bottom of the bottle was pushed up when it gushed. Although it's been sitting in the fridge for a while, so it was separated, so you could see in the bottle after taking it out of the fridge, clear lambic in the top of the glass. But it looks nuts. I mean, 1,000 kilo of fruit to 1,500 liters of beer. That's lambic. And again, yeah, if you look at it, it really looks like a little bit of pulp is in there or something like that. But I do love stone fruit lambics, so I'm hoping this one's going to be really good. I've heard from some people it's really sour, but it's also one of the highest rated, actually, lambics from De Cam. So let's see. Check it out. Check out the aroma. Massive peach. Holy crap. Loads of really funky sour peaches. Oh my lord, that smells really good. Like I could already smell it a bit because it gushed. So it smelled like funky peaches in the living room. But wow, there's a lot of fruit in this. It's this really intense, vibrant, singy peach aromatic, and it's really bright and fresh smelling. Although it's a 2-year-old, a year-old vintage, 22. Well, yeah, I think fruit harvest season is in the fall. So, but then on top of all the peach, there is a bit of acidity, a sharp, almost slight vinegar note to it, and then there is like a good amount of funk. And it's kind of like in Blaue Bospes, like also a fairly substantial funkiness to the lambic, which is really, I think it's kind of like a De Cam thing. Like I think a lot of the blends from De Cam have a really substantial funkiness, which I love. I love the funkiness of lambic. It's like this musty celery, just unique aroma, but there's so much fruit. Let's check it out. Cheers. Whoa, there's a lot of peach. Are you kidding? But also a lot of sourness. Loads of sourness. You can feel it, like it's like sweet peach up front, and it's like squeezing your cheeks. I'm wondering if that explosion was re-fermentation in the bottle or something. But this is like so juicy, massively juicy peaches. Like this is more juicy stone fruit flavor than the recent Bofkund I had. Moonwalk. Moonwalk was really fruity and nice, but this is even more intense on the peach. Like if you want heavy fruit flavor in lambic, this is it. I think this is insanity with the amount of fruit. Just this super vibrant, bright peach flavor with, oh, it tastes so juicy. Like it's like biting into a fresh ripe peach. But then the aftertaste comes with all the acidity, and then you get that like just more biting sourness. And the sourness is like, I think this is a bottle to share for sure, because the sourness is really high, and it's like right at the threshold where I think it's like more than this and it's too much. Like it's just right around the threshold. But I can understand why this is to some people the best. Like it's one of the highest rated De Cam lambics. I'll say, like, I prefer often, like, my favorite type of lambics are gooses. But then I love gooses where they do different barrels, or I really like grape lambics. Those are often my favorites because there's so many soft complexities. With fruit lambics, you can also get that, but often it's the fruit that's most forward. And that's definitely the case here. Like, there is some funkiness, some musty funk underneath, maybe even like a green apple note, but the biggest thing is just like these massive, juicy peach flavors. If I had to compare it to the most, so I'm comparing to apricot lambics, even though apricots and peaches are not the same thing. But I don't think I've ever had a peach lambic. Maybe I've had some Buff Corner bucket at MBCC with peaches, but other than that, I don't. Yeah, no, I've had a bucket with, I think, pink Saturn peaches or red Saturn peaches. But as your palate acclimates to the sourness, it doesn't get too bad, and I'm also starting to get salinity and oakiness through all the fruit. But this is like almost, if you think of American Wild Ales where they go nuts with fruits, it's like very similar to that, but just a tad more funky. Like, yeah, just nuts. I didn't expect it to have this much peach flavor at all. It's just an overload. If you also compare to Fafoon, like if you love Fafoon fresh, get this. This is gonna blow your mind. Like this is like, if you love stone fruit lambics, this is a sleeper. Like this is one you need to try if you want that vibrant stone fruit flavor, because I think it's one of the most vibrant stone fruit flavors I've had in any lambic. It's a massive surprise. The only drawback is the acidity. That's the only drawback. Otherwise, it's like crazy. I really wonder how a beer like this will age, or a lambic like this, because there's so much fruit in it. That will be interesting to see, because this is a year old and it has this much fruit still. I wonder how it was when they released this, or when he released it. Karel. Just insane. Just insane. This is just crazy. It doesn't feel pulpy, but it looks kind of pulpy if you look at the glass. But yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. If you guys had a chance to try Perzik from De Cam, let me know what you thought of it. 22 vintage. Again, like 92.3 territory, something like that. It's just like really insanely dope peach lambic. And also maybe the only peach lambic I've had besides like 2 or 3. So, yeah, surprise. Probably the best fruit lambic I've had from De Cam, I think. It's just a joy to drink. But I still think my favorite De Cam is the Geuzestekerij and the Gooik, and also just like the lambic straight from the barrel is just really nice. But yeah, if you guys had this one, let me know what you thought of it. As always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. I want to say cheers and some very, very crazy over-the-top lambic, and see you guys in another beer review.